Here we go. Okay. As I stated earlier with the people that were coming on early, we're going to use a ball. And if you have just a plain ball, that's fine. If you have a weighted ball, not too heavy. This one that I have here, this is 6. I have another one that's 10. I have some other ones that are 4. There are some that are 2 pounds. So if you have issues with your hands and stuff, don't go real heavy. But look what I'm doing to start with. I'm tossing and I'm swinging my hip. See my leg with, but it's the hip that I'm wanting to get warmed up. Okay, and so I take the ball and I just cradle it back with my elbow pulling back. Then I want to keep my shoulders down. Hi, everybody coming on. And I'm just swinging in place one leg. And after I swing back and forth and do this little ball toss, I'm going to do the other leg. Okay, so this is our warm up. And again, I have a 6-pound ball here. You can have, if you have just a plain ball, if you don't have a ball, just get a sock and ball it up and toss it. And you may say, well, what's the value in that? And I will tell you, this little activity that we're doing right now, especially if you happen to toss it even a few inches from one hand to the other, okay, you have to do a lot of stuff with your brain in order to hit the right target. And then as you bring your elbow back and you keep your shoulders down, we get 2 more on this side. Breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And when you put a weighted ball in your hand, like we're doing right now, okay, we're going to switch, okay? So now I'm going to start swinging this one. Let me just tell you that when you start swinging the other leg, probably the leg that you were swinging was your preferred leg, okay? So that's just a given, because I didn't say when we started this to start right or left, did I? I wanted you to just start doing a swing, a leg swing. And it's the hip that has to be rotating in that ball and socket joint, all right? And as I toss and catch this weighted ball, I keep my knee soft, I keep my shoulders down, okay? And whenever I have a weighted ball that's going up and then I have to catch it down and control it, well, I have to have good control through my core, okay? Which also encompasses your, up here, your chest, your mid-thoracic back. Yeah, that's part of your core. All right, a couple more here. So I'm continuing to swing one leg. Now, the other thing that I might point out to some of you is as you're doing this kind of a warm-up work, sometimes when you step back, you inadvertently pull your toe out. So right there, a lot of you are turning back. So I would suggest that you notice, number one, notice if in fact your support leg, your foundational leg is pointing forward. And then as you swing your leg, your foot, and you're stepping and you're stepping. So when you step back, as you go from the ball of the foot to the heel, and then bend your knee a little, because that's doing little tiny stretches into the ankle, okay? So as you're doing this, your knees are soft, shoulders are down, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth. 2 more, big breath. Nice cradle swing, cradle swing, cradle swing. and back down. Then I'm going to step wide. I'm going to take this ball and I'm going to do a high hip hinge. See, I'm not going all the way to the chair depth, right? I have a weighted ball. When I come up in this wide stance, I'm going to tap my shoulder. Then I'm going to go down. I'm going to keep my chin tucked. So as I go down, don't do this. Keep your chin tucked, go down, swing it right to here. Little caution. As you're coming down and I have 6 pounds here, okay? You have whatever you picked up. But you see this move that I just did? Could get you in trouble. You have to be braced as you're coming down. And then as you come here and you go to turn even that little bit, if you're not supporting, that is enough to give you a little stress or strain. I will say strain, not stress, because we want a little stress. I will say strain. So as I cross chop with this 6-pound ball, I'm going to keep my tummy super tight. My knees are soft, because as I come into this turn, I want to really start getting my quads, my gluteals, my hamstrings prepped and ready to go. So I'm doing repeated cross chopping and high hip hinging or high squatting. Okay, now we'll do deeper squat here in just a little bit. Hi there, everybody coming on. I see you out there. So what have I got here? I've got a weighted ball. That's what I've got. A couple more. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth. Woo! In through the nose, out through the mouth. One more. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Yay. I'm going to keep my little ball here, okay? So now I'm going to just hang on to it right here. See this? I bring it over here and then I put it into my wrist. Why do I want you to do that? Many of you, when you go down and you do let's say we get in a push-up position, okay? And you put weight into your hand like this. A lot of times you haven't really done anything to wake those wrists and all the forearm and all the phalanges and all the arm muscles. Okay, so I'm doing this. Now, what I'm going to do right now, while I'm doing this motion, see this? I'm going to take my little, I have 2 of them. So, see my pad? It's on the floor. If you don't have a pad, not to worry. You're just going to step like this on the floor. That's fine. I have a weighted ball. Okay? If you don't have a weighted ball, that's fine. Put a weight in your hand. Put a rolled up sock. But I'm going to step. I'm going to bring the knee up. I'm going to come down, switch. Step with the opposite leg, bring the knee up. Switch across, keep my chin tucked. Step, knee up, come back. So the trick is, don't go fast on this one, because when you step up on a pillow, it's going to throw you. It's supposed to. You have to do the work to stay on balance. Okay, so every time I step in, I'm going to cross the ball. Now I'm crossing it just at the eyebrow level. Maybe a little over my head, not much. But see, this is just a gentle weight, 6 pounds. It's in a ball, so it's easy for me to put my hands around. I'm pushing into a knee. I'm switching every time. Every time my knee comes up, my tummy goes in tight. My shoulders go down. So every time you make that exchange, especially if you have a weighted ball, Your shoulders need to set down. Breath. Don't go fast. Step right in the middle. Bring that knee up. Couple more. We're almost there. Breath and breath. Then I'm going to come right in here. I'm going to step. I'm going to step back. So I'm on the pad, so to speak. Okay? I'll turn this way so you see what I'm doing. Okay? So I'm going to bend my knee now. See that? Okay, so these are some of the very exercises that somebody like Judy, for instance, needs to put in their little back pocket to do really good training for all of the little muscles around their knee, their hip, their lower back, and their ankle. Very important. When you put your foot on a non-compliant surface, like a pillow, like I got here, okay, your ankle is having to do so much gymnastics just to keep you on here, okay? And then I've got the fact that you've got a weighted ball, and I'm gonna dip. See this dip? Now I do this little crossover and I dip every time. Am I going real far? No, I'm not. But you know what my ankle's in? My ankle's in a super dorsiflexion position, okay? This is a strength work as well as flexibility for my ankles. Very important. When you want to be out there and be active, I don't care if it's riding a bike, I don't care if it's skiing, snowboarding, snow shoveling. Okay, see what I'm doing? See my knee going down? So if I were with you right now and you were doing this move, and if I even saw you doing this even a little bit, see, I would have to come over and make a correction. So I want you to make your own corrections. So as you're coming down, make sure that this knee in the front is not going out over your toe, and stay relatively high. See, you're not, and you don't have to toss it if you don't want to. I would rather you concentrate on going a little lower, not going forward, and just take your hand and take the ball and put it in the other hand. Don't worry about tossing it right now, because I'm trying to really get into like a fitness, physical therapy modality for your ankle, your knee, your hip, your back, your shoulders. So make sure you're staying back as you're coming down. Okay, ready? We're getting ready to switch. Okay, right here, I'm down. Don't go forward, go down. Okay, should be hanging on right now. Your muscles in your legs should be just screaming. Okay, come back, walk back, take a big breath, turn your toe out, turn your other toe out. So turn out. See, I'm just recovering here, just recovering. Yeah. Okay, now I'm gonna put the other foot on the pillow or the disc. Okay, and I have like about, I counted them, I have about I think 7 of these left. And I do go into the school. I have them here, so I can meet you anywhere. I put them in my car. I owe Tim one. I don't know if he's on today. Okay, here's my weighted ball. I've switched lead legs. Number 3, okay, switch, drop your shoulders, get your weighted ball. If you need to just hang on to it here in the front and do little tiny presses, see what I'm doing? See, I'm doing little tiny presses. I have a lot of people out here that have all kinds of challenges, not only with your knee, but with your ankle, your feet. But you have to keep strong in those areas. So what I'm showing you right now is a really good alternative than thinking you have to keep working here and all that. It's going to throw you. I want it to throw you. So as you go down with your knee in the back, if you want to, then continue that exchange with your hands. Big breath, back and forth. And if you go far enough, okay, and come up and you're exchanging the ball across the top of your head or right at your eyebrows, you're gonna get off. You're gonna get unbalanced. Then get back on track. Okay? So keep your chin tucked. Keep your shoulders down, your rib cage up, and do not let your knee go out over your toe. Okay? So right now, the back of your leg, the calf, the ankle, your quads, they should be screaming right now. Big breaths, in through the nose, out through the mouth. We got 3 more of these. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Keep your shoulders down. Woo! Big breath. One more. And come back. And come off of that pillow. Turn your toe out. See that? Turn your toe out. See, keep your knee soft. Knee soft. This is recovery. This is a recovery. This is a recovery. This is recovery. Take that weighted ball. Put it on your little chair. Okay? So pay attention to this one. Any of you that have wonky hips or backs, okay? Or if you want to get yourself out of trouble, if you do get a tightness in your back, I'm going to put one hand up. This is part of a little recovery interset before we go on to heavier weights. Are you ready? Here I'm standing. So I'm going to take one hand, go up like I'm reaching over my head. See, I'm reaching over my head, but I'm not leaning. What I am going to do is hike this hip. So I'm going to hike the hip. Keep your tummy tight, and then go ahead and reach as high up over your head as you can. With this hip hiked, the other foot and hip is down. Then you come down, and then you come down, okay? Take the other side. You're going to go up. Now, like you're going to reach over your head, and then you're going to do what? You're going to bring your heel up and hike your hip up. And you should feel all kinds of stuff going on in your lower back. Yeah, some nice stretching, maneuvering. And it's not like a hard stretch like you normally feel like in a calf or something like that. So this is called the hip hiker. See how I'm doing this? So if you start getting a tightness, let's say you overdid somehow. You got a tightness on one side versus the other side. Doing something like this might be enough to unstick you, okay? See, get used to how to do it. So the last thing I want to tell you about this particular move is, again, you keep your knees soft. So when you're ready to hike that hip, you bring that hand over your head. You don't bend necessarily, but you're pulling over your head and you're hiking this hip. Don't lock your knee. Don't lock your supporting knee, okay? Big breath, big breath, big breath. Now to end up this kind of section with our little ball, we've already practiced it. So now I'm going to have you grounded, and I'm going to have you standing here, and I'm going to have you step back pretty wide. Okay, so try that again and see which leg do you put back first. I can tell you, you will always generally put back first your preferred side. So mine's right, and typically I'll always step back unless you've had injury or something like that. Anyway, pick a side, it doesn't matter. Step back, okay? And then bend that knee. So you bend that knee down like we did on the pillow. So once you're down there now, on this side, you're going to turn and you're going to bend that knee a little further. And then you're going to come up. You're going to stay right here, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Okay. Pretend I'm right there with you and I'm pounding you here. Okay. Why am I pounding you? Because you're doing this. You're drifting. I want you to get the best work for all these structures in your hip, your quad, your hamstring, your whole lower body. So the knee that's bent, you're going to go opposite with a ball, with a weighted ball. I'm down here, and then I'm going to pull. See that? And I come up. Then I bend that knee, and I come down again. And I come back up. I keep my chin tucked. I keep my rib cage up, in through the nose, out through the mouth. I swing this ball down. I try to get down there just as far as I can, like I'm trying to give it to somebody down there, okay? But don't lean forward. Don't lean forward. Then when you come up, you're going to go all over the place. Yes, this is helping you with your balance, okay? Breath, that's why a weighted ball will add to the intensity of this move. However, I want you, anybody that struggles with balance, when you're in a split stance, you must have a chair next to you that you can put your hand on, okay? And steady you, okay? Big breath, okay? See how I'm bending this? I'm bending this knee. I'm reaching this ball down here, and then I bring it all the way up to the shoulder. And I go back down, and then I bring it to the shoulder. Then I go back down, I say rib cage up, bring it to the shoulder. Two more. Here we go. Bring it back. One more. And bring it back. Okay, this should be burning. Yes. Step up, turn that toe out. Immediate release when you do this, okay? Breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Tight tummy, yeah? Tight tummy. Turn that toe out, okay? So I had this leg back, this leg up. So now I'm standing here. I'm going to take my non-preferred leg back. So now I'm going to step really wide. I have my chair right here if I need it. In fact, pull it a little closer. Have you a chair there? Okay? And if you need to know why, well, let's see. You can talk to somebody that I know called Kay. I hope you're laughing, Kay. Okay, are you ready? So I took a big step. That's number one. Number two, pretend I'm punching you. Here's my weighted ball. I have 6 pounds here. You don't have to have a weighted ball. You can have a weight. I like to have balls when I'm doing this kind of work, okay? Because it helps me grip with a round trajectory with my hands. Okay, now see what I'm doing? I'm bending my knee little by little by little. And so this is the one I'm going, and I'm going to go to this side. I'm turning this way. The leg that's in front, that's where you turn with your ball. Then you come up right here to the shoulder. So now here I go. And as I bend, I'm not bending. My arm is reaching down. I'm trying to go down, but I don't really bend and flex through my back. See how I'm getting down lower with the bending of the knee and the hip. Okay, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Woo! Okay, right there. Right here is where you're tempted to bend forward. And you're tempted to just go down there and come right back up. I will tell you, do this one slow. Okay, upright, rib cage up. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Bring her back, tap the shoulder. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Don't bend, don't bend, don't bend. Come back. Here we go. We got several more to do. See, I didn't tell you a number because I want to drive Kathy just a little crazy. Here we go. Concentrate on your form. Rib cage up, shoulders down. Rib cage up, shoulders down. Bend that knee in the back. Bend the knee in the front. Breath. Stay upright. Pretend I'm pushing you. Okay, let's say 3 more right now. Okay, that wasn't 1. This was 1. Breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That's 2. Now stay down here, stay down here, stay down here, stay down here. Rib cage up. Yeah, now come up. Yay! Get back on, turn that toe out. Yes! That move, y'all. Those of you who want to keep skiing and shoveling and doing all that kind of stuff, yay. But you better put a move just like that in a real way, watching your parameters, and really get serious about getting to where you can do 2 sets of 10, 3 sets of 10, because that is what's important for you to do. Okay, let's move on. Okay, here's my chair. I have a pad on my chair, okay? And I'm gonna put 2 moves together, all right? I'm gonna go right here, and I'm gonna go, right here and right here, all right? And then I'm gonna switch and change. And I'm gonna do 4 of these. And every time I do these, my knee is in the front, my heel is trying to push to the floor. And then I put the leg back and I put the other leg up. Okay, don't get too fast on this. Shoulders are down, shoulders are in line with the wrist in the front. Then you step back and you step forth. And you try to push that heel down. So this is big time ankle stuff. Everybody hammers on, which they should, when you're wanting to go skiing, your quadriceps. However, let me remind you, your quadriceps will only work properly if your ankles are working. Okay, drop your shoulders, switch. Okay, I told you I was going to link 2 moves into here. So now you're going to stand up, you're going to turn, you're going to reach out. This has my chair has a pad on it. If you want to work your quads super hard, then don't have a pad, okay? Go down like you're going to make contact with your chair, but do it lower, okay? So, see, I can accommodate somebody who really wants to burn up their quads, or somebody that has wonky hips that just want to walk better. So I'm going to do both. Tummy tight, reach, and when you reach and you're going down to tap the back of your butt on your chair or your pad, make sure that you're staying rib cage up and that your arms stay a little soft. In the elbow, a little soft. Here we go. Breath. Here we go. Okay. You must be pumping along there just fine, but I'll bet you when you stand up, you haven't been squeezing your butt. So that's what I want you to start. So you're going to go down. You're going to come up and squeeze. Yeah, contract. Just like somebody was coming at you with a shot. Okay? So when you go down, you keep your elbows soft so you don't hurt your shoulders or stress the joint. You just want to get your hands up a bit. Now, could you make this harder by hanging onto the ball? Yes, but I will just choose not to on this one. Breath, 2 more. Tap, 1 more. And turn around. We have 1 more segment to do. Remember the first one? Shoulders are over wrist. I have the pad here, so it doesn't hurt my hand. My foot is front. I'm going to step back. See that? So on this one, don't let yourself hang. Not yet. We'll do that, but not right now. So we're trying to really push mobility, usable leg strength. Then whenever I come up, see, I'm going to bring that front leg back. I'm going to bring the other leg forward. And if you need to correct yourself because you're back here like this, I want you to pull your shoulders over your wrists. Okay, so here we are right here. Big breath. Heel is going down. Then I'm going to come up. You have a momentary high plank. Bring the other foot forward. Try to put the heel down. You keep your elbows soft. Your shoulders should be almost over the wrists. Then you bring that leg back. There's that high plank. Squeeze your butt. Switch. And try to get that ankle down. I mean the heel. Sorry, the heel down. Breath. Keep your tummy tight, tummy tight, tummy tight. Step back, high plank. Bring it in. Drop the heel, drop the heel, drop the heel, drop the heel. Big breath. Bring that leg back. This is the last one on this one. Push your heel down. Push your heel down, heel down, heel down. And then come back. Okay, now we're going to hyperextend. Okay? So now you're going to keep your shoulders down reasonably, but they're going to come up a little. And then push and go back. Keep your hands on your chair. Bring your head all the way through your arms. You're stretching, 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 stretching. Keep your knees a little soft and then straighten them. Bring one toe up, other toe up. 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 Bend your knees. Pull forward. Step in. Big breath and come up. Okay? Now we're going to use our free weights. Okie dokie. We are going to use our free weights. So I'm going to grab a little heavier weight because we're very warmed up. We've done a lot of work. So I'm going to start at a heavier weight, and then I'm going to go down to a lighter weight for today. So what am I going to start with? Well, I'm going to start with a 15, okay, just because I can and because I have them here and they're easy for me to grab, okay? So those of you who have either not rented, but borrowed, checked out, or you purchased these from me, grab them, okay? I will just tell you, I think I have 2 full sets left of the 18-pounders, okay? Talk to me about them if you're interested in them. I'm not sure. I might keep them. I don't know. Okay, here we go. These are 15 and 15, okay? I'm stepping wide. Not super wide, but wider than this. See, I don't want to be like this. I want to be wider than shoulders, let's say, okay? So I'm going to go down in my, I'll turn so you see what I'm doing. Okay, so I'm a little wider than hip, right? I'm going to go down, and now I'm just going to pull up, and then I'm going to just rotate my shoulders back, but I'm not going to rotate my shoulders unless I've got my shoulders down. Take a breath, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Here's the sticking point. When you go in like this and you're ready to put them down, if I were with you right now, I would be standing right next to you. My hand would be on your lower back. Because when you start to go down, you need to say rib cage up and you need to really shine your taillights. Because that is what's going to give you the strength in your back and the proper weight loading without hurting your vertebrae. Are you ready? I'm going down. So what am I doing? I'm saying rib cage up and I'm shining my tail lights. Then I'm pushing into the heels and I'm coming up. I'm rotating my shoulders down and back. Squeeze your butt. Okay, here we go. Breathe in. Get ready. Heels. Pull. Squeeze your butt. Here we go. Breath. Heels. Drop your shoulders. Squeeze your butt. Now release. Here we go. Heels. Breath. I got 3 more of these. So make sure that you don't let yourself slip into flexion. You can do it really easy, and I don't want you to. Heels. Squeeze your butt. Okay, down. Here we go. Heels. Exhale. Squeeze. Is that 3? 1 more. Okay. I know. Sorry. Woo. Okay. Put those heavy weights in a high hip hinge. See this? So if I could be at the wall, for instance, doing a wall slide. And if I was, then I would come back like this. So what I wanted to show you today is wall slides are excellent. However, I don't have a wall that I can slide on right here, but I want to show you how to get those muscles, really get them, and not have to be in a wall. So here I am. My weights are on my legs. See that? So I'm going to go rib cage up. And I'm going to really act like I'm in this position and I'm against the wall with my back. That's what I want you to do. And I just want you to hang out here with me for just a couple of seconds. Okay, say rib cage up. Come on down. Come on down. Go into your heels. Into your heels. Rib cage up. Okay, now stand up. Woo! I know. Who would have ever thought? Okay, take one of those heavy weights, bring it right here. Take the other heavy weight, bring it right here. See, I have them resting right here on my shoulders. Okay, release your hands so they're not gripping. Okay, so I'm right here. I'm going to take my elbows out. See that? Take a breath. So part of them are on my shoulders. My shoulders are down, rib cage is up. Soften your knees, bring the elbows forward, and then bring them back open. Okay, so they're pretty much resting on my shoulders. Not full, but half of them are resting on my shoulders. Why? Because I'm trying to show you how to get real loading in through your shoulders without hurting them. Okay? So shoulders down. See how I just pull them in to right in front of my face, and then I open them. Take a breath. One more. Here we come in. There we go. Open. And then we bring them down, and we bring them down. Okay? Now before we put these heavier ones down, I'm just going to go and do a simple carry. So one of the things I've noticed for myself that I have to fight every day with is with joints replaced, sometimes you have leg length discrepancies, okay? That's like impossible to walk without a waddle, okay? What's a waddle? It's this. That's a waddle walk. We don't want to do that. So when you're walking, and if you have a significant weight, okay, it could be 15, 18, it could be 9, whatever's significant for you, keep your shoulders down, your rib cage up, and you want to get used to doing just simple carries. You can do it with a lighter weight, but I like to challenge myself with a heavier weight because that is absolutely one of the foundational moves. If you want to keep your joints strong, your muscles and your bones, then learn how to do some carries with heavier weights, okay? Make sure you're not leaning from your waist, all right? And trying not to wobble walk. That's very important. All right, now I'm gonna step right over here to my chair that I have ready because I have a heavier weight. I'm gonna sit, okay? And I wanna really get those arms, all right? So, all I'm gonna do is bring the weights right here. Lean in. Don't lean in from your waist. How do you know if you're leaning in from your waist? All I have to do is put my hand on your lower back, and I can tell you immediately. Don't flex your lower back. Lean in from your hip hinge, okay? Once you're down there, keep your chin tucked. Make sure you're shining your taillights. I'm going to pull up. See that? But here's the deal. Some of you pull up and you bring your shoulders to your ears. Don't do that right now. Keep your shoulders down. You want your shoulder blade in your back. Once you're up there, then you try to just straighten those elbows. Go back down. Here we go. Chin tucked. Pull. And then straighten those arms out. Bring it in. Bring it down. Take a breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Pull. Straighten those elbows against that heavy, heavy weight. Bring it back in and down. Here we go. Pull. Push. Okay, stay up there. Little repeat. Push. I'm not going all the way down. Here we go. Keep your chin tucked. Breath. Push. You're just pushing the hand back so that the arm is straight. That's it. You're not lifting from your shoulder. You're stabilizing the shoulders. Bring it in. Push back. Breath. Push back. Just 3 more. Here we go. Push back. Keep your shoulders down. Push back. 1 more. Push back. And put the weights down. Yay. Open, close, open, close, open, close. Okay. Now it's body weight time. You notice I kept my pad here on the chair. You don't have to if you don't want to. But when you go to put your hands here to do some work, it's nice to have a little cushion on that hand. Okay, but if it bothers you, don't use it. Okay. I introduced this again the other day when we were dealing with gluteals. So all I'm going to do is, you see how I'm inching my butt forward and I'm stepping out? See how I'm stepping out? Okay, now drop your shoulders. Okay, now you take your butt off the chair. Your elbows are pushing back. See, the elbows are facing your chair. And you notice I'm doing a very small bend in the elbow. Just a little. Just a little. Breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep your shoulders down. Bend the elbow a little bit and come right back. Just a couple more, just a couple more. You can do it, you can do it. Just 2 more, 2 more. 1 more, 1 more. And come back and sit. I keep yelling at you to do in through the nose at least. Now, if you want to go out through the nose, you can, but you have to have a Kleenex ready. If you breathe in through the nose primarily, you almost by virtue of that will be doing belly breathing or diaphragmic breathing, okay? And there's a whole wealth of research on breathing, and somebody might say, well, just breathe. Yes, the simplicity of it is just breathe. However, we learn bad habits. So while I'm explaining this is our interset. You're here on the edge of your chair. I want you to open back, and I want you to put your ankle just on top of your knee, kind of like a guy crossing his legs, okay? Like that. Some of you may say, well, that's hard for me to do. I have, joints, my back. Just cross something. across your ankle, over your lower leg, mid leg. Of course, if you can help, pull your leg up and put it right there. Great, do it. And then gently put your hand on top of your knee. Now open back and just gently give it just a little press. Now this is my hip replace side. So you can believe I'm going to be careful with this move, right? But it's a great move that you can do. You don't have to take it to the max to get benefit from it. And then you bring that leg down, lean in, okay? Take the other leg, bring it, hopefully you can get it up like you're gonna cross your leg here, right? And then say rib cage up, open back, press gently right there on your knee, okay? So this is the beginning of getting into the piriformis and into mechanisms in your hip that get tight. And a lot of times they get tight, overused them maybe. Maybe you have some degeneration going on. But a lot of times it's how you're walking. We walk a little wonky. And then, of course, we're going to have wonky hips or a little pain here and there. Once you've done those two moves and you've counted to even 10, I would like for you to stay in there for about 30 seconds. You can feel an immediate release right up in here because of the way your muscles are attached. And if they get too tight, it will be almost impossible for you to pull your toes in and to walk straight. Okay, big breath. Yes, here we go. I'm going to come up and I'm going to take my weights and I'm going to put them back in the rack. And then I'm going to go to 12 or the next lighter weight that you can handle. The next lighter weight, okay? Now I'm going to come back. Now I'm going to combine this because I'm going to work on our arm muscles, arm strength, okay? So what I'm going to do is put my foot here in the front. We've already practiced this a lot. And the minute you do that, it might throw some of you. So be ready for that. Okay, that's number one. Number two, we're going to do a task. We're going to do some arm work. Okay, that will throw you. So I'm trying to help you to be safe. So when you come in a split stance, do you see what I just did? I widened my base. If you want this to be more challenging and harder, then get yourself on a real narrow diving board with your feet. See that? See how I just narrowed up my stance? Yeah. So try anything straight on or wider or somewhere in between. That's fine with me. But what you can't do is go way out over your toe with your knee. Can't do that. All right? So here I am. I'm right here. I'm going to go just to my knee. Then I'm going to pull that elbow back. I'm going to take this one and push it out. See, I'm holding this right here. I'm going to go push, 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 push. Two more. Push and push. Then I bring them both down. Okay? Then I step back. Now I'm going to switch. So I'm going to put my foot on a pillow, or at least just in front of you. I'm going to either widen, or I'm going to make it really hard, see, to stay on that diving board. You got it? So or somewhere in between, all right? So I'm going to pull this now up right there. I'm going to hold it there. I'm going to bring this one here. I'm going to go punch, breath, nose. So I have 12 pounds in my hands. I'm not going to do a real quick thing here, okay? I'm pressing that arm out, not up. I'm pressing it forward at my chest height. Da! Go! One more. Da! Bring it down. Step off. Big breath. Now is when you bring your shoulders up and then drop them down. Bring your shoulders up and drop them down. Bring your shoulders up and drop them down. Now I'm going to step up on my pillow, okay, my pillow or my disc, something so that it's just a little spongy, okay? I'm going to soften my knees, bring one weight up, then the other weight up, okay? We've already done this one, so you're good. See, I opened. See how my weights are on my shoulders? Now take them off your shoulders and wave to me with your fingers. Keep your tummy tight. Your knees have to be very soft. And then I'm just gonna go a rising and falling, but my shoulders are down. It's a body rising and then coming down. See how my weights don't get past my ears? They're pretty much right, hanging on, right here over my shoulders. Woo! In through the nose, out through the mouth, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Woo! Couple more, just a couple more, just a couple more. Okay, bring it down, okay? Now you're gonna step back to your chair. You're gonna sit on your chair again. Now I have 3 pounds, or 6 pounds lighter, right? So I have 12 and 12 now. Drop your shoulders, lean in. Now straighten those elbows, okay? So when I say lean in, I'm assuming, maybe I shouldn't do that, but you know, I mean not to lean with your waist, at your waist. I want you to lean in from your hip, then say rib cage up, then you're gonna go push, bring it in, push with your shoulders down, bring it in, push, breath, push, breath, go, breath, push, and push, 2 more, push, 1 more, and hold there, and just go 1, 2, 3, 4, little tiny flicks. It's just a bend at the elbow, and then come back. Take a big breath, shoulders up, shoulders down. Okie dokie. Now you're sitting on your chair, whether you have a pad or not, but I've got 24 pounds here, okay? So I'm gonna come right here, and I'm gonna come up, and I'm gonna come up, okay? Then I'm gonna go over here, and I'm gonna put my weights down, but I'm gonna change them, okay? So now I'm gonna go a little lighter. So 1 more. So now I'm picking up 9 and 9 instead of what I had, which was 12 and 12, right? Okay, 9 and 9. Wow, you can feel the difference. That's for sure. Okay, I'm gonna face my chair this time. I'm gonna bring my leg right here. And if I wanted to make this more challenging, I'm doing it on the floor because I want some of you that are on that just really need to be careful with your balance, especially when you're working with weights. Careful, I want you to be safe. But if you wanted to make this extremely challenging and you really wanted to hit your hamstrings, then I would bring a little pad. I put my foot right there in the pad, right in the middle. So I'm right here. I'm going to bend my knee. I'm going to lift my heel off the ground. See? Straight leg. Boom. Woo. Breath. So it's a bending, and it's a getting your balance, and then it's a lift. And you hang out here for just a couple seconds, then you come back in. Boom. Breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Keep your knees soft. Straight up. Don't turn your toe out there. The heel leads. Again. 1 more. and step down. Step down. Tight tummy. Okay, the leg that was on the pillow or toward the chair needs to turn out. That's recovery. It's zinging. Okay? If you will do that, it will immediately recover. Okay, other leg. Here we go. Again, I have my 9 and my 9 in my hands. I am stepping on a pillow. You do not have to. Okay, if you want to make it more challenging, step on that pillow. Okay, knee is soft. Push the butt back. Okay, you're hanging on with your shoulders down. And I'm going to release that leg. And I'm going to do a series of rising and falling. Rising and falling. Breath. And come back down. So this is my challenge side. And I can tell you, stepping on a non-compromising surface, woo, it is really pushing. Breath, just two more, just two more, just two more. Breath. Bring that heel up, don't turn that toe out. And then come back down. Nice. Turn that toe out. See that? Yeah. Take a big breath. Take a split stance. Bring those elbows forward. I have a 9 and a 9. You need to have whatever is a medium weight that you can handle, okay? And I'm going to go pull. I'm going to go pull. Do you see that by standing in a split stance, whenever I pull, I'm going to turn a little. And then I'm going to turn a little. So this is a much better way to get functional training. If you stand here just straight and you do this, you're not getting what you would normally get coming down a ski hill, for instance. Okay? So split stance, leaning in from the hip, drop your shoulders, pull, turn, pull, turn, go, 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 breath, 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 go, 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 keep going, couple more, just a couple more, and then we'll switch. Big breath, and bring it back. Switch legs, tight tummy, drop your shoulders. Here we go. I'm going to pull, turn, go. Keep your wrists neutral. Breath, go, breath, go, breath, go. Couple more, go, breath, and go. And bring it back. Nice. Now, before we change the weights and go lighter, I'm going to turn out 45 degrees. I'm just going to bring them right here to my shoulders and then come right here. So it's a hip hinge, high, and then pull. Squeeze your butt. Come down. Da! 45-degree angle. Go. Every time you come up, squeeze through the gluteals. Woo! In through the nose, out through the mouth. Go. And go. And go. Two more. 45 degree. One more. Yes. Okay. I'm going to drop that down. Now I'm going to change one more. Now I'm going to pick up what I call light for me. So whatever light is for you, it might be none. Okay? So here you are with your light weights now. Correct? Yeah. Take a breath. All right. So we started today doing simple step with a knee, right? So now we've got weights. We started with a weighted ball. Now I'm going to step, and when I pull my knee up on this, and again, safety first. Promise me that if you're a little shaky right now, that maybe you're just going to step forward on the floor. That's perfectly fine. Whatever you do, make sure you're where you can put your hand on a chair or you can lean against a wall, okay? So I'm going to step here, okay? Just like that. I'm going to bring my knee up like that. I'm going to bring this opposite hand, and I'm just going to do a push out and pull her down. See that? Step down, step down. Other leg up. As I bring my knee, the opposite hand from the knee that's coming up comes up, and it just pushes out, and it comes down. And comes down and comes down. Don't go fast with this. We're winding down. But this is a very good move. Number one, it's good for your brain, okay? So now step up, the knee's gonna come up, opposite hand comes right to here, it goes straight out, and it comes down. Now when I say straight, I mean the elbow is still just gently softened, and it comes down, okay? We're gonna do one more on each leg. Step, oh, I'm sorry, step, bring it up, bring it out, bring it down. Step, bring it up, bring it out, bring it down. Now with this lighter weight, you bring your arms right up here and you do that hingy move. Step wide and step wide. Bring those elbows in. Open. Bring them in. Open. And I want you to try to crank your elbows in. Crank your elbows in. They may not touch, but I want you to get them in. Okay? Knees are soft. Okay, right here. Push up, push up, push up, push up, push up. Two more. One more. Bring them down. Big breath. And bring them back. And push those weights right down. Shake out those hands. Yay! Go out with your thumbs. Up. Go into like a Y. Go into a T with a soft elbow. And then to a W. Make sure your hand is right outside where your deltoid is. Okay? So if it's not, and you're out here in a W, then we've got to say rib cage up. We got to get ourselves where our hands are right here. And as you come in, you can touch the sides of your arms. That's a good test. And then bring it down. Woo! Big breath. Yeah, swing them out, and swing them out. Good job today, y'all. That is functional training for winter sports.